And this was this Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura completely embarrassed themselves while crashing the Bert McAfee's home.
Alright, so I'm sure everybody has heard by now, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer launched their own vodka, and it was not received very well by the fans, to say the least. I mean, the podcast, when
Vodka.
they announced it, has almost all negative comments, and I think 3 or 4 times more dislikes than likes. As expected, I think anybody could have told you this was not going to go very well. I mean, the timing of this was obviously really bad. People are already losing interest in the podcast, and they thought it fell off. And now to spend a whole podcast doing a commercial for a new product of yours, that's a bold move.
Now they're combining together.
They had to know this was not going to go very well, but they didn't seem to care. They just went for it. They did not hold back. They spent pretty much the whole podcast talking about how great it is. And now they're doing like a promo tour for it, which I'd say is going just as poorly as the podcast they did to introduce it.
They're saying it's just great by just anecdotal personal.
This is a recipe for disaster for Bert, because now this gives him an excuse to pretty much drink 24/7, and now he's in Las Vegas during Super Bowl weekend to promote it, which has to be like a dream of his. Him having his own vodka to sell.
It's kind of unacceptable behavior.
I don't know if it gets much better than that for him. Like, he's on
I'm not sure you should promote that.
cloud 9, and I don't think anything will bring him down. I mean, he said he lost $50,000 at the casino, and him and his wife stayed up to 3 a.m. arguing about it. But still, Bert didn't let it get to him, and I think he stayed up all night drinking, and at 9 a.m. he was ready to go. He was excited to start promoting this thing, and he decided to crash the Pat McAfee show at 9 a.m. I think it was. He stumbled on there drunk with his bottle of vodka, and of course took his shirt off right away, and he acts like everybody should just be excited he's there, and he's known to lack self-awareness.
I don't get the taking off the shirt thing.
But whatever awareness was left is just completely gone now. I mean, he does not care. He's doing whatever he wants. And it's just funny seeing people have to deal with him. They do handle it well. I don't think they mind it. But he does it again later on, and it gets worse.
Come on. Speaking of boobs, there's a man over your left shoulder who I've seen his boobs.
How you doing, bud?
Really? Ty. Birdie. Hell yeah.
He's bringing drinks, man.
brother.
Hold on, bro. I got
5 o'clock
Okay.
somewhere. Yep.
That's real.
Yep. Mighty.
Yeah.
You ever keep it shirt off, brother?
What is happening?
Bert, this is the first time I've seen you with your shirt
Great.
off.
Jack, brother. Look,
Hey, Vegas.
Look at this shoulder. Look at this shoulder, Pat.
Hey, Bert.
Explosivity.
Yeah, you're damn right.
make your
Bert-
chest bounce, man. Make your chest bounce.
get it,
Not your
And
shoulders.
They're just uncomfortable.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a new athlete.
I'm a new athlete. I haven't learned the boob bounce yet. Hey, Akbar, you're the man. Keep
Thank
going,
you,
buddy.
Akbar.
Hey, Vegas seems like a place that you.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Fight with my wife at? Yeah.
No, you and
3 in
the
the
ants.
morning, up until 3 in the morning because someone took out a $50,000 marker because Taylor Lewan had did it.
Let's see these two
Okay, so you
reactions.
went and did the Dana White gambling thing?
No. I lost it before that. Man, I can't roll with the big dogs like that.
No, if you win, you can.
There's something about you NFL players that's just different. Like, you guys don't mind putting it all out there. Like, regular dudes. We launched a vodka this week, Porosos.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I did not sleep last night. I'm still drinking. God bless yours.
Cheers to you, dude.
Cheers, brother.
Hey, how about you? Just a Florida man. Just take it. He has a movie about his life.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
We
It's
watched.
about your life too. It's not just. Oh, I didn't know we were.
Whoa.
I had a couple movies about my life. Isn't that crazy?
Contractor.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Just a Florida guy.
All right, I'm going to roll out. I love you guys.
Hey, you too. Congrats.
Brother.
We'll see you soon.
Congrats.
What's this? This is the vodka.
This is our soft launch, Porosos. Everyone, thank you. Just thank you. Just
No, thank you, Bert. Congrats on everything, buddy.
Bert.
Love you too.
love you guys.
Congrats on
Love
everything,
you,
buddy.
Bert. Love you, Bert.
Yeah, so he should have just ended it there. Any rational person, they wouldn't have done that to begin with. But after you do it once, he should have thought, all right, that was nice that they allowed me to just walk on there without even asking and start promoting my vodka, and they're cool with it. Like, they handled it well. They didn't seem to care too much. They know what Bert's like, so they expect this from him. So I don't think it would have been that bad, and people wouldn't have cared as much if he just ended it there. But of course he doesn't. In his delusional mind, he's probably thinking,
He's going for a second round.
that was
Oh,
perfect.
hell
They
no.
love me on there. They want to see me back on. So this time around 11 o'clock, he shows back up with Tom. And once again, he just walks onto the show like he's supposed to be there. Well, at first he does ask. He's like, do you mind if we come on? But then he's like, I'm coming on anyways. And just like them introducing their vodka on their podcast, the timing of this is terrible because this time Pat McAfee, he's interviewing the quarterback for the Texans, CJ Stroud, who just won Offensive Rookie of the Year. So Pat was probably really excited to talk to him. This is a good guest. And it's funny because CJ's actually there promoting his own drink. He's partnered with C4 Energy Drinks. So he's there promoting his drink. But then in the middle of the interview, Bert and Tom just wander on set and they have all this merch on for their drink and they have bottles of vodka. I mean, they're just like walking billboards at this point, and that's probably what CJ thinks of them.
Walking
Like,
advertisement.
he's so confused. He has no idea who the hell they are. But he does
It's
handle
an unskippable air
it well.
pattern.
You know, him and Pat. Like, Pat, you could tell, isn't as amused this time. Like, when Bert walks on, he's like, all right, here we go. Because he knows exactly what it's going to turn into. You know, everybody could predict this. Bert walks on there. He's trying to get everybody to drink. He's trying to be the center of attention. He takes his shirt off. He starts doing push-ups. He starts flexing for the cameras. And Tom has got to be embarrassed by this. I'm surprised he even agreed to do it. Because he knows if he's hanging around a drunk Bert Kreischer promoting alcohol, this is what's going to happen. So I think Tom's kind of accepted that him and Bert are going to be embarrassing themselves trying to promote this thing. But Tom had to be uncomfortable here. You know, he still has some self-awareness left. Even though it is pretty funny to think back to Tom's Pores rant in his airport meltdown, knowing that he had this vodka in the works that he's going to have to promote to his audience. You know, you would have thought Tom would be a little smarter than that. To go from calling your fans pores and losers and talking about how much you hate drunk people to then trying to sell vodka to them is just hilarious. And now seeing these two goofballs try to promote this thing by just walking onto a show in the middle of an interview, it's something else. Like, this is hard to watch, but it could have been much worse. You know, thankfully everybody here was a good sport about it. Even though CJ was definitely thinking, who the hell are these two and what is wrong with them? But he just starts roasting them, and it's actually pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, that guy's
Let me get a plate. No, that's Bert Kreischer.
Top dollars here?
Can we come on the set? Yeah, we are.
Bert, that's not
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Tommy Buns with us.
Immediately goes
Tom.
on.
Hey, Tom.
Tommy!
Hey.
Tommy!
Tommy, CJ. Do you know these guys?
No. How you doing, CJ? Need one of those hoodies, Tommy.
These are two funny whites. Two funny whites, CJ. Two funny whites, Tom. And... Hey, man, thank you for stopping by.
Wow, that is just awkward.
You were sleeping this morning.
Yeah, I got you a recovery.
Thank
Oh, wow. They said if two brothers would have walked in, they would have called the police.
CJ, you drinking? You drinking, CJ?
No, sir, I don't drink. Watch out, man. It's C4 time. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, man.
Get sober.
So what's in it?
There's
Piss?
we take migrants' blood and bone marrow at the border.
There you
See,
go.
see, that's-
What else?
What
What
else?
else?
I had the mic.
It's
Get out of here.
you know, there's
Yeah, all right.
He poured it here. I'm not.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Thank you guys for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Tom, thank you.
Nice.
Tom.
I don't drink.
Hey, Bert, here's to you, bub.
Brother. Y'all getting free promo. Excuse me. I'm in the way. Hold that C4 up.
Y'all get free promos.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, here's to you, boys.
Cheers.
Two bears.
Let's see.
Is
Be
there
good.
alcohol in there?
Take it
Definitely alcohol
down.
in the
Take it down, Pat McAfee.
How many push-ups do you think I can do right now?
I got a good 3.5.
3.5. He's doubting you.
Oh, my
wow.
God. Boom.
All right.
Okay.
What is going on?
CJ.
They're just uncomfortable to
Strong
watch.
hamster about to do push-ups.
CJ, listen. None of us know what's going on.
Sorry.
No,
Come on, let's see
including
what
me.
you do.
And I walked in with him.
40?
Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
50. Let's get to 50.
He's been going since early.
CJ, this is your fault.
Nah, it stinks in here now.
That is not a proper push-up.
I had to argue with his wife.
He lost 50 grand, he said.
There you go.
Hey, way to go,
The
Bert.
strap go pee.
Proud of you,
CJ,
Bert.
call out to Miko.
Sorry,
Good job, Bert.
Tom, thanks, bub.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.
All right. Sorry for ruining
No,
your
Tom, thank you, Tom.
TJ, great to meet you. C4 for life.
Good work, Bert.
That's awesome.
Love you too, Bert. Thank you.
No, you're
No apologies needed.
Thanks for coming.
No apologies needed.
Looking good, Tom. Great shoes.
Yeah. So CJ, those are two drunk whites in the wild, and we did not know that was happening on
It's all
us.
good, man.
What you give him 2.5, 3.5 push-ups?
Yeah.
He proved you wrong.
No, he didn't do any.
Oh,
Oh,
uh,
uh,
oh,
uh,
uh,
Man, he didn't do any. No, you're not extended. You don't have to combine when they make you press out.
Yeah.
That don't count.
All right, so what
Yeah,
do you got going on with C4 now that we got the real hero in
Yeah,
here?
man, get that alcohol out of here.
Yeah, so I think Bert Kreischer has to be one of the only people to have the audacity to do that twice. And, after all that, he was just thinking, I killed it on there. That was such a great appearance for me. There's no chance he actually thought, maybe that wasn't the most appropriate thing to do right there. I'm lucky it went so well and they're so cool about it. I mean, the guy's no shame. And he acts like people should just be honored that he would show up and try to sell vodka to their fans. That's the craziest part. Is it's not like he just goes on there to be funny and entertaining. He's going on there to try to sell shit. So he should thank Pat McAfee like crazy after this, because there are a lot of people watching this too, and they're not watching to hear from Bert and Tom. So it's crazy to just interrupt
He's
the
laughing emoji.
interview to try to start selling your alcohol. But this is exactly what you get from Bert. I mean, obviously he's going to go off the rails with this, and it's just funny seeing people have to deal with him, especially Tom. I'm surprised he would go into this business with Bert. Right now he's handling it well, but he's talked about on his podcast how he hates being around Bert when he's drunk and partying, and he said that cruise that Bert does is one of the last things he'd ever want to do. But now Tom has to go around promoting this
Just like Brian
stuff
Ricks
with them.
right
And
there.
of course, Bert, this just gives him the green light to drink pretty much 24/7 around Tom. And then stuff like this happens, and I'm sure Tom kind of finds it funny, but he definitely realizes this was pretty embarrassing. And maybe he just kind of accepted that, like, if he's gonna be selling this alcohol with Bert, they're going to be making a fool out of themselves, and this is what's going to happen. But at least he knows Bert is going to promote this thing like crazy. You know, everywhere he goes, every podcast he's on, every show he crashes, he's going to be talking about it. But also, it might just backfire on him because clearly he goes overboard with it, as we just saw. But let me know what you guys think about it all down in the comments.
That's
And make sure you check my
pretty good.